Anime Summit, episode 69.
It's about two girls. It's not a lesbian show. That's why people rated it low. They thought it was just lesbians, but
It should be.
they're well, yeah. Hey, you know, maybe they can make dojins.
Hello, and welcome to the Anime Summit podcast. My name is Quokka, and with me I've got Mac.
I can't.
Do you like pudding?
And Nick. I've got Nick here.
Because I will be putting my balls in your mouth.
And Som is here too. So we've been having
And our
a bit of
guest for the
fun
week, Discord
with,
robot voice.
the Discord text-to-speech, and I think we got into a spot where we couldn't stop laughing for like a good few minutes.
Max said toss my salad B.
Oh my fucking
You
god.
can't, Mac, you can't do it while we're here because it's not going to be recorded.
Fuck yes, I can, because I've got a master record that I set up in the middle of all that shit. It'll pick it up.
Hold up your earphone to the microphone, like ghetto style. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we're not going to do that anymore. That's the end of that. So this episode is going to be the summer review, where we're going to talk about the shows that we've dropped, the shows that we finished, how we feel about them, pick our favorites so that you don't have to.
Yeah.
All you have to do if you want to be the coolest kid in the anime club is just take everything that we say except for what Nick says and
Also,
parrot it to all of your friends.
I mean, also you could just take a shower, then you'd be the coolest kid. All right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably.
Oh man, sorry. I just
Trim the
I had
neck
to poke
a
fun.
little bit.
Had to poke fun at it. Also, don't show your ass cracker. You'll be the top post on Reddit. Right, guys? Top post all time.
Oh, okay. So some things I need to talk about before we get into the topic. We got our logo shirt up on Amazon, and we're gonna be bringing some other shirt designs out at some point when Sam gets off his lazy ass. But you can find that shirt by going to amazon.animesummit.net. That'll take you to the shirt.
Know what I'm saying?
Aquanips was a fucking badass and was the first person to buy our logo shirt. Shout out to you, bro. You're the greatest.
Shout out to the Aquanips. Shout out to the Aquanips.
Okay.
Yep.
Additionally, if you don't want to buy the shirt because you think it's stupid and you hate us, if you use that address, amazon.animesummit.net, and then just go and buy random shit on Amazon that you feel like buying, it'll still help us out because Amazon will give us a little bit. Give us a little bit back.
Give a little bit.
So you can support us buying just the things that you actually want to buy or by buying the things that we want you to buy.
Just the tip.
It's just all these choices, man.
It's like that 50 Cent song. How does that go? I don't know how it goes. I'm not going to try, but
Wow.
something little bit.
Wow.
I was
So,
thinking, I was
also-
honestly thinking Supertramp, but you know, whatever.
So also last week, we launched our second YouTube channel for stupid nonsense that you can find by going to extra.animesummit.net.
Oh, I got an idea for a new video. We're going to do a review in the Discord robot voice.
No, let's.
Your Lie in April is a charming show.
Let's just not talk about that.
It made me tear
not.
up.
Oh my god.
I then
But we've also
proceeded
got-
to touch myself.
a bunch of stuff in the background, though. We've also revamped a bunch of our workflow, so we're gonna hopefully have more and more content coming, both of the stupid variety and the like actually serious anime variety, which is also kind of a stupid variety. It's just a different variety of stupid.
Oh, I got a new chair, guys. Craigslist,
Nice.
baby.
Oh,
$15.
man, so it won't be
what I
creaking
did
through
this
the
week.
entire episode.
No, but I can like spin and stuff, and it has like a. you can hear it. It had
No,
the-
but it spins.
Special guest Chair Coon gone for good. He won't be
Oh, this
interrupting the
chair
podcast
is a
anymore.
slutty chair. It only had a couple of cum stains, and I washed out all the blood, so it's fine.
And most of them were mine.
God.
It actually did have cobwebs on the bottom of it, though.
Yeah, it's probably sitting in the garage or something.
You mean
It literally
cockwebs?
was, yeah.
Cockwebs?
So, does anybody else have any updates before we get into this stuff?
Yeah, we did nothing this week. Let's fucking go.
Okay. I started using Tinder, but that's not interesting.
I started using Tinder, but that's not interesting. That's hella interesting. Actually, I want to know.
We should just. It's kind of funnier if we just move on.
My problem is I think
Step
I do
1, be
Tinder
attractive.
wrong because
Step
I
2.
pretty much swipe left on everybody, and I feel like that's not how you're supposed to Tinder.
Wait, is left the one that says you like it?
Left is nope.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you're like one of those. You're like one of those Oju-sama princess bitches who's like, oh, you're not good enough for me.
Yeah, not good
And-
enough. Not good enough. Send us questions at Anime Summit on Twitter, #AskAnimeSummit, and we have an iTunes review that I haven't read, but I knew about for a few weeks.
In the meantime, everybody should check out the Keijo PV that went up earlier today. It's gonna be a great fall show. Keijo, the butt bumping, titty twisting battle.
I like titty twisters.
iTunes is being a total dick right now.
Well, let's look for some more anime news.
So, guys, have you heard that one show called Kimi no Nawa? Yeah, that
Oh,
shit's
we should
going
really
pretty
mention
good.
One Punch Man season 2. How did I fucking forget about that?
One punch.
This is true. This is true.
This is indeed true.
Oh, we actually have a few new. There were some that I didn't recognize, and I realized we totally talked about those ones. But thanks everybody for leaving iTunes reviews. You can go to itunes.animesummit.net to leave an iTunes review.
Leave
don't know if
a
you need
creepy pasta. If you have a creepy pasta, send it. I want to see them.
No,
So
don't do that.
newest review from Blake Dillinger was looking for an anime podcast to listen to and found Anime Summit. The group of guys are about to listen and provide good, honest opinions on current anime. Hope there are more fan guest episodes in the future. Thank you for the great podcast. No, thank you, random citizen.
Thank you,
Thank
bro.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Balake.
I always love, just because I get all the notifications for things that you guys don't get to enjoy. I get all the fun of people liking us and leaving comments.
Yeah, Quokka throws away all of our fan mail and keeps everything else. He's like, you guys are doing shitty.
I scratch out their names and put mine in, so it's like
While he's putting on
When-
lipstick and dancing around naked,
yeah,
like on that movie.
like normal. Wait, that's not what people do?
I don't know, man. I sometimes if the mood strikes.
So, waifu of the week is
Ko. We right? We're doing that.
Ko. I don't know what her family name is.
Oh, let's look it
Ko.
up. I got it right here.
From New Game, the lead character designer.
Ko Yagami.
Yagami Ko.
She's related to Light Yagami
No.
with the blonde hair.
No.
She's got blonde hair, so she's related.
No.
Yagami Ko is a badass because she used to be a hard ass leader, and then she stepped down because she didn't like being a hard ass no mo.
That
Says
ass
she could be
still
nice
looks
to
pretty
people
good to
and
me.
let
I don't
Rin
know
be the
what you're
hard ass.
saying.
And then she just likes to take off her pants
As I said, that ass looks pretty good to me.
and draw pictures.
Of that ass, yes.
Yep.
She draws pictures of her own ass.
And then
Man,
once in a
you gotta
while
have
she
a
gets all
mirror
dolled
set
up
up.
and she looking pretty cute.
Yeah,
What I
dude,
can't
new game.
wait for is there to be more Rin, Ko, Yuri fanfics and dojins.
I don't even want to see them fuck. I just want to see them like hug and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
get
what
like
I just
a
want.
huge boner.
I
from
really
that.
want proper Yuri,
sounded so
where it's
creepy.
just about just girls loving girls, you know?
But girls can't
Yeah,
love
dude.
girls. Girls cannot
I
love
want-
girls.
I want that emotional boner.
Yeah, just that emotional boner. Sex is always better when there's feelings involved.
You know, and then later on you can go to the gangbang and
I
stuff.
was expecting
and, you know,
that
the
to get
tentacles.
something out of Som, but Som didn't pick up what I was putting down.
Was that a?
Yeah, that was Outcast Som, you know? Hey ya.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right. Hey, aren't they doing the Super Bowl?
ladies.
Didn't they do the Super Bowl at one point? I don't know.
I actually do that sometimes when, for whatever reason, I just start saying to myself like, all right. Okay, now ladies. And then I just stop right there. I just do that much and stop. So yeah, Yagami Ko, you should tweet at us pictures of her being cute as fuck.
Ooh, send us
she's cute as
pictures.
fuck. Please.
Send us pictures of her
please.
covered in Dorito dust. I gotta see it.
I know we ask this all the time, and some of you are disappointing us, man. You just gotta send us some cute pics of the waifu of the week.
The trashier, the better.
Yeah, so send us those pics of Yagami Ko. So moving on to the main topic, summer 2016 review.
Whoop whoop.
Fucking garbage.
I feel like we should start with, as normal, what are the shows that defied your initial opinion, either where you just weren't excited about it and then watched it and were like, this is great, or were excited about it, watched it and was like, this is not good, or things that like from your first impressions, where your first impressions were one way and then the show's kind of
okay, gotcha.
not.
Okay, who wants to go first?
All right.
I got one.
I mean, I'm pretty much right on everything I think about, so I'm not really surprised. I mean, you guys should go first.
Okay, so you know the Sam guy. You know that he likes girls in powered suits or magic suits or armored whatever. So I'm thinking
And body socks.
and body socks. And I'm thinking Masou Gakuen HxH looks badass. I'm looking, and you have to understand that I knew nothing about anything about this show or manga or whatever. It's by Production IMS. It was adapted from a light novel. That should have been my first fucking thing right there. But anyway.
Also, it has HxH in the name. Shout
I
out to
didn't-
Kahlua.
dude,
No, I'm
there's
just
a
kidding.
bunch of bunch of shit that has HxH or TXT, whatever, I don't know.
TXT.
But I don't
It's
fucking
like
know.
a
Whatever.
fucking
Shut up,
text
fucking-
file. Like,
I don't know. Shut up. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. PNG.
let me email you a TXT.
Okay, shut up. Anyways, so basically these chicks wear these cool armor and they shoot everybody and kill people. And the way they recharge their armor or themselves to use this armor is this guy basically has to bone him while he's wearing this suit called the Heart Hybrid gear.
And how is that bad, Sam?
To be
Dude.
fair, they establish what the show's gonna be in the first like 3 seconds. So they don't do like a real bait and switch.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Not
they
at
do.
all.
There's not enough of it.
That's true. It is a tease.
I
It is a
mean,
tease.
come
It
on.
has to be one way or the other, right? It's that terrible spot in the middle.
I only watched the first episode. It was because after that it was just garbage. Like all the introduction
I watched
parts.
like 3 of them, and it was like,
Yeah.
no.
But anyways, I dropped it.
It's only worth
it-
watching uncensored, and even then, it's not really. I mean, just watch
Yeah,
porn.
at
Yeah,
least
I don't know.
waifu smut put out.
Also, don't tell people to move on in the middle because it sounds stupid. Thank you. Anyways, go ahead.
Move on.
Seriously.
All right. Okay, a show that I thought
Anyways,
I would
moving
not
on.
like very much is ReLIFE.
Okay,
Which-
moving on.
All right, moving on. Okay, next, Max. No, I'm kidding. Moving on. ReLIFE. I didn't think I would like it, and moving on. It was about a school.
And moving on.
Well, no. Okay, for real though. Like, it looked like a typical like school harem show, and ReLIFE is really about a guy and another girl actually trying to find out how to solve the mistakes they made, because they're all Christmas cakes, right? They're 27, going back to being in high school with like a magic pill that makes them look younger.
Cakes.
Yeah, they're Christmas cakes. Nobody wants them.
I'm
And
almost a Christmas cake.
they go to they go back to high school, and like they live, have all these experiences and stuff, and they try to figure out like how to do their life better. And the show actually has some substance to it. It's not obviously the deepest thing in the world or anything, but it was a lot better than I thought it would be. Plus, I could binge it like the first week of the season because it came out on like Netflix. So it was just like, bam, 13 episodes.
Well, it was on Crunchyroll, but it was like Netflix.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I meant, because Netflix releases a lot of stuff just all at once. But yeah,
So
ReLIFE.
do
would
they have like
recommend.
serious, heartfelt revelations about how they behaved
Yeah.
as teenagers? Are
Pretty
there
much,
lessons
yeah,
To be
like-
learned if you are a teenager watching.
It's
it?
like a less what's the word for it? It's like a slightly less good version of Welcome to the NHK. If anyone's heard of that, everyone's heard of that. But
Welcome to the NHK is like nothing like what you just described, though.
it's different because like you go from a failure trying to learn how to not be a failure. That's like the basic theme. Obviously, the themes are a little different, but it's kind of similar, where the guy's trying to fix his life. That's basically it. He's not Hikokomori, and he's not like a neat, but there's like serious themes, and it's also like it just has a little bit of everything, and it's nice.
Okay.
But did they have sex?
Did they do it? Did they do the
Dude,
nasty?
I
So-
fucking hope so,
Did
man.
they do the nasty?
So one show that really kind of caught me off guard, and it's still one of those things that I kind of look at and I'm like, this is bad, but I just love it. I love every second of it. Is was it Amamato Inuzuma?
Amama
Sweetness and Lightning?
Yeah.
A mama
that one.
trying to
It's just like right, like even in as far as quote unquote development goes, like the show starts where it ends. That's
Yeah.
It doesn't go anywhere. Don't expect any like, you know, some characters get introduced and some things happen, but it's not like there's no big revelations that ever really happen. It's just great though. It's just fun. I just love it.
It's a cooking show, like Shokugeki,
Shokugeki.
except without instead of ecchi,
Except
you get
better.
moe.
So
no
much
way.
cuteness.
Shokugeki's way better.
You don't even really get moe though.
Yeah, the little girl's pretty much okay. Kawaii, whatever.
It's diabetes anime. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's just sweet.
What show are you watching? It is diabetes.
Diabetes.
Just
Diabetes.
diabetes.
I don't like when shows try to make me feel feelings. That's bullshit.
Okay.
Well, for real though, I felt like the show is trying to like falsely make emotions from me, and it didn't work.
I
What
me
was
and,
those? Was that English?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say this last part, and then we can move on. But me and Trisha watched it.
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
Okay, Bruno Mars is dude. Bruno Mars is fucking shit. Okay, shut up. Bruno Mars, fuck you. Shut up. Stop making shitty music. Anyways, Sweetness and Lightning. Me and Trisha watched it, and Bruno Mars sucks. And basically, we enjoyed it. It kind of is like
it's okay, right?
They
If
just
it
make
was-
food and
they just like
Yeah.
I kind of like that they didn't try to go for like they didn't try and inject the feels and try and throw
Yeah.
it in your face.
They did a
You know what
couple
I
of
mean?
times.
I
but
don't
it
know,
was
man.
like-
I teared up a little bit when Tsumugi was like, "I'll wait while you poopies." That got me a little bit. I was like, that reminds me of my best bro Sam. Aw.
True story there.
True story, dude.
But yeah,
But yeah, me and Trisha
91
liked it.
days.
Anyway,
Oh, dude, I love the soundtrack on the show where it's like when they're about to cook and it does that like the little electric was it like a piano or something? I don't know music, but they use an instrument. It's this great little this little riff that they play every time they're about to do cooking.
Okay, so Mac, what was something that violated your first impressions, for better or worse?
Can I say it?
Yes.
Oh, it's gotta be. God damn it, Mac! Fucking ReZero.
Fucking ReZero.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do an episode
Hey,
on
no,
that.
no,
so.
no.
So we're not.
I will just say this. I will say ReZero, but I'm not going to say my reason, either negative or positive, until we do the episode. I'm just going to say ReZero.
I'm gonna give you a hint.
Yeah.
0 out of 10. Know what I'm saying?
Reflaccid,
we're-
know what I'm saying? How about that MC WRX?
But Mac,
king?
Oh my gosh.
But Mac, do I need to watch Rewrite if I want to get ReZero?
No, dude, you got to watch ReLIFE.
Oh, ReLIFE, that's the prequel. Okay.
you gotta watch Monogatari.
For the record, I think ReLIFE was the best show
Okay,
of the season. but
so
that's just
yeah,
me.
we're not really going to be talking about ReZero in this episode because in 2 weeks we're going to do just a whole ReZero episode because that's what the fans wanted. The fans want to see us suffer. No, I don't know. We'll see.
My brain trembles for that episode. No, I'm saying.
Yeah, so we're going to mainly talk about other shows. So one show I want to talk about because I love it all the time, Shokugeki no Souma, second plate. Thing is top. And I really like some of the themes that it brought out in the final episodes of the season, from like,
Kind
the
of,
end of the tournament through the whatever
The
the word
stagiaire.
was.
the stagiary.
Yeah, the stag.
Stagiary sounds like
I like-
like an old
I
whorehouse woman, like burlesque woman or something.
like how they carefully kind of took Soma down a couple notches, but didn't do it in a way where it was like, we're not going to focus on him no more because he's stupid.
Yeah,
was
and it
just
also
like-
didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't do an Ash where it's just like
Oh well,
Fuck
that
me
means he would have to lose like 100 times in a row.
But yeah, is really good because and then how they talked about the reasons why people didn't want him to win, which is something that you do see often enough in real life, where it's people don't want to see normal people become successful. They want to believe that people that are successful, especially if they're like fabulously successful, they want to believe those people have something special about them that makes them that way. Like that there's just something that, I can't do what they do because they were just, they were born with it. So then when you see somebody that is actually...
They're not like every other person. They don't die when they're killed.
Yeah. So it's kind of can get annoying when you see people that really are just normal people that just put the effort in. They just worked at it, because it's nice to be able to say to yourself, like, I am doing all that I can. There's definitely nothing more I could do. I'm just always going to be this level of mediocre or slightly above average. So I have to like
work harder than everyone else.
But sometimes you got to fucking deal with yourself, and you got to work harder and realize that is really what you need to do.
And
work harder,
if you don't,
work smarter.
If you don't do it, then you're a piece of shit. You should just waste all your time watching anime. Anyway.
So it's like people wanted Souma to lose because they didn't see him as special. They just saw him as someone that tries really hard.
Yeah. Like,
so they wanted him to lose so that they could feel better about themselves.
They kind of look at him and they're like, whatever, this guy should have been kicked out a long time ago. Whatever,
Yeah, like what I liked about... I liked that part of the season, but the one thing I didn't like as much was...
Here we go.
Well, actually, to be fair, season 1 had 2 parts.
Here we go.
In season 2, they don't have enough of the side character like moments and like full episodes devoted to them, which I liked. Like, you don't see hardly any of like what's the blue-haired girl, Megami, and you see a little bit of Irina, which I like. We need more Irina episodes.
Wait, did she lose in the end of last season in the tournament?
Yeah, she wasn't in the finals of the tournament.
She was in the top 8. She was in the top 8 and got knocked out, I thought.
But that was last season.
Yes,
yeah, that was last season.
That was before it ended.
I mean, to be fair, the arc was mostly about Souma, but it also meant we missed out on the side characters.
Tournament.
Yeah, it was the tournament, and then mostly
once
Souma.
The side characters lost, they weren't a mainstayer anymore. Because there were episodes that weren't about Souma, because
and also,
they were about the other.
Apparently, there's a part in the manga where they play ping pong, and it's supposed to be great, and they skipped it. So hopefully they'll do an OVA or something. I don't know. I want to see some fucking ping pong, dude.
Yeah, but anyway, to add to how they were talking about they wanted to lose is then in that last stag, whatever the fuck, how it's just they were like, he's not going to be able to cut it. And then he was just like, no, I'm going to study. I'm going to show up early and do all the work that I can to become better.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shonen. It shows him training, which is good. Like, that's why...
Yeah. In this way, that's like, no, like, it's not anything special. You just have to put yourself to it, as opposed to some, most shonen, they still establish that the person's special in some way. Like Dragon Ball Z, he's a Saiyan. He's like a fucking alien god.
No, dude, don't talk shit about Dragon Ball Z, man.
It's very rare that shonen really have somebody that is just normal and also has to really work at it. Because, I mean, if you see Sword Art Online, Kirito doesn't really work at it.
Ever.
At least within the frame of the show.
Never does it ever. Yeah. All right, anyway, let's move on to the next show. We got, what do we got? Mac?
We don't need to rush.
Sam? I mean, we've got a lot of shows to talk about, so.
I can name another one that I didn't mean to drop it. I just didn't care enough about it to like keep going. I might finish it later. But Kuromukuro, the samurai guy with the big robots. To be honest, it gets kind of boring, and I got up to like, it was a leftover from spring. I got up to like, I don't even fucking know, episode 7. The first 13 episodes are on Netflix. Anyway, I can't even remember the studio, but like,
PA Works.
Oh, okay. It's okay. It's I like the character. The only thing that saves it is the characters, because the characters are kind of fun to watch. But
that's all you need, dude.
CG robots never really impressed me much, and that's just a personal thing.
So it was the opposite of Iron-Blooded Orphans, which had stupid characters and awesome fights.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of Iron Blood, coming out next season. Bam.
Yeah,
Sam, you gotta watch it.
I am gonna watch it.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah,
Should try marathoning this time. All right, I'll quickly talk about one that we haven't really mentioned yet. Macross Delta. It started in the previous season, and it's like a 26 episode show.
Now it's just idols that somehow have robots thrown in.
it's dumb.
Dumb.
Wait, it's the exact same thing as Macross. Like they have the
Macross
planes that
was robots with idols thrown in.
yeah. Oh, it's idols with
opposed to
robots
idols
now.
with
Okay,
mechs
yeah,
thrown in.
yeah. I was gonna say they have the same design planes that turn into that have arms.
The Veritex.
The
Planes with arms. Yeah.
Planes with arms.
Planes with arms.
I mean, that's only one of the modes that they can be in, but okay.
But yeah, I mean, Macross Delta was a solid entry into the franchise. Like, I would, if you like Macross, watch it.
Okay, so from what I understand of Macross Delta, from watching like 3 episodes, I think, the long time ago, the aliens that had hunted the super dimensional fortress are now friendly, and suddenly this weird song came through and makes some of them go crazy and rebel.
Yeah, the Windermere's like
and
use
then
their
the idols
they have like a
come in
shrine
and
they
sing
use.
to make them pacified, but all it really matters is that they float around and then the robots come in and shoot everything.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much Macross. Like you have idols singing right in the middle of a battle, and then there's like an aerial battle taking place, and it's kind of like it's really fun to watch it. But if I'm gonna be honest though, the thing about this one is the characters weren't as likable as I would prefer. They were okay. They were just kind of like medium. Like almost everything about the show, except for the fights and music, was like super medium. So, I mean, I would recommend it to anybody who likes idol shows and who likes, who just likes any kind of mecha. And
See, I wouldn't recommend it to people that like idol shows.
it's not an idol show. Yeah, it's not. But there's a lot of singing in it. So if you like singing in shows, it doesn't have to be an idol. They are technically idols, so. But it's an idol show the same amount as Symphogear's an idol show, where it's like they don't actually it's even less than, because Symphogear, they at least do concerts sometimes. But
It's about as much as an idol show as Idolmaster Xenoglazia, which is 100% not an idol show.
AKA the best show of all time. But yeah, apparently like they connect. So like it does help if you've seen previous Macross, but you don't technically need to, because there is an episode in the series that explains why everything's connected with like I forgot what the people's names are. The big green people, and the Windermere's, and then the starts with a V, like these space aliens basically. And like it's all connected. And the Windermere's are trying to they're trying to like rewrite the universe or something. Some like weird convoluted plot.
Speaking of rewrite,
But yeah, rewrite. Speaking of rewriting the world, rewrite. Mac.
Rewrite.
Did you finish it?
I did finish it. Like,
Unfortunately.
Okay, I'll say this. Rewrite, right? So, second season's been confirmed on it. But that doesn't really take away from the fact that they wasted so much time on shit that they shouldn't have been wasting time on, and shit that didn't make any fucking difference to how the show was going. And then they just threw this convoluted ending together, which I'm sure it makes a ton of sense if you read the VN. I'm sure it does. But in the format that they did it, it's like, okay, they're fighting now and shit's happening, and now this bitch is growing into a tree in the middle of a city. I don't know what's happening.
And then he touches her boobs.
And then he touches her
It's even
boobs.
harder when you're watching it week to week, but like apparently they just took bits and pieces from each route in the VN. Instead of taking like 1 or 2 routes, they try to adapt like every route. So it's just like a clusterfuck.
Basically what I've been saying about visual novel adaptations.
Well, no, because School Days does 1 route, right, Sam? You know what I'm saying?
No, it actually doesn't.
Well, it has 1 route ending. That's what. Anyway,
God.
best VN of all time, right there.
Okay.
But yeah, rewrite, man. It's not great. It has a couple funny scenes. Maybe just watch a clip of the funny scenes.
I mean,
or if you've played the VN, you can watch it. Like,
it's one of those things. If you want to pass time, it would probably get the job done pretty well, but it's not something.
It's not that good.
It's not something to write home about. It really isn't.
Like it has like everything about it's just uninspired. Like It's not interesting to look at all.
I don't know. I thought
Just,
some of the
visually.
character designs were pretty. I thought they were
The
pretty.
one girl with the ribbons. The one girl with the ribbons was the only good part of the show as far as aesthetics.
Yeah, she was a pretty great part of the show. I can agree with that, actually. Yeah, I agree with you.
Everything else is just bland and milk toast and blah. That's how I felt about it.
That and the main character is so OP. He doesn't even realize how OP that ability would be that he has.
Oh, he can rewrite his body
in his body, dude. He could have a 12-inch dick.
I was gonna say,
big old
dude,
dick.
he can grow a 3-inch dick. That's huge.
Big old sack of pee-pee.
He can just have a big old dick.
I like how the ribbon girl is obsessed with coffee. But yeah, that's the best part.
Dude, not even gonna lie, canned coffee, best thing ever. She's on to something.
And when she's on her knees grabbing his junk, she's like, "I need it," and then someone is walking by in the park.
Yeah, that was.
It wasn't that funny though. I made it sound funnier than it was.
I
but
laughed.
It was kind of funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I laughed a little bit too. It was kind of funny, but that first episode though, it's 48 minutes. It's Jesus Christ. If you can make it through that, then
and then they introduce these little fairy characters that don't even show up until the last 1 or 2 episodes, and you're like,
yeah, nothing fucking matters in this show. It's just
what?
Mm-hmm.
It's just whatever. Well, we should move on to a good show, right, guys? Good show.
Good show.
Did anyone watch any shorts or OVAs or anything like that?
Dude,
Movies?
Banana.
I watched Planetarian.
Banana.
Oh, Planetarian. Yeah, Mac, we should talk about that. That ended a while ago. I forgot about that.
Planetarian ended a while ago. See, the thing about
was that OVA?
Yeah, it was 5 episode. The thing about Planetarian is that I've delved a little bit into it before on these little other videos that I've done, but whenever it was airing, I said the show really doesn't do anything intrinsically wrong with the way that it does it.
It just doesn't have that many ideas, and it's not that dense.
No,
not that much
it's
in
a very simple. It's a very simple kind of story, but at the core, it does everything right, but it doesn't necessarily do everything really good. I mean, it's textbook right with the way that it should be, but by the end of it and how the ending is, I mean,
well, we should briefly describe it so people know what it is.
Planetarian, post-apocalyptic story, freaking everybody evacuated cities, fucking World War III shit happened, blah, blah, blah. Guy who's a junker.
You don't see any of that, though.
Yeah, guy who's a junker wandering through the city, picking up shit, meets a robot. She's still working and shit. She works at a planetarian. She's kind of broken, blah, blah, blah. They go on adventures, bam. So, yeah, that's the gist of it.
It looks
cool. He meets the waifu robot.
Yeah, it's the waifu robot, but
and then I think it's a key. Is it from the key universe?
It is key.
Yes.
And it does go full key in the last episode.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. It goes full key in the last episode. But the problem is that they don't have enough time to take advantage of going full key. It wasn't long enough.
Yeah, apparently the whatever it's based on, the visual novel is not even that long. They adapted almost all of it in the show.
Yeah, I know they did, and they're also coming out with a movie for it too.
Yeah, so we'll see.
It does look really cool. I remember Mac talking about it in Discord.
It's all right. Yeah, it's okay.
It's not.
And he was like, I can't put a finger on it, but it's like it's not great, but it's not doing anything wrong.
That's exactly true. It never really does anything wrong. It doesn't.
It's like a bowl cut, a perfect circle.
Put my hair in a perfect circle. Would you, Max? So would you say this is a good example of maybe a studio playing it too safe? Maybe they were just.
I wouldn't say it was too safe at all. It's just
the source material is what they just used it, right?
Yeah, they used everything from the source material pretty much.
Oh yeah, you said that.
But the fact is, there was so little to work with, and then trying to make a show out of that. That is something right there that would have been good in a short story or something. But I don't think it really makes a great anime.
Yeah, it's hard to.
But you know what I'm saying.
It's hard to
Nick.
have
what I'm saying.
The feels in a short show. You need more time.
Yeah.
I do anyway. I mean, it depends. You have to do it really well. If it's The House of Small Cubes or whatever, that was 12 minutes long, and it was very poignant. So, but you got to be perfectly directed to have that, which is hard to do.
It is. But as I said, it didn't really do anything wrong per se, and that was the thing that vexed me the most whenever I was watching it as it was airing. It's just they never did anything wrong. It's just they never really did enough things right. And I think
And that's the weakness of short shows, and that's why I've never rated one higher than a 7.
So I think
Not a lot of content there.
probably the only show that all of us watched, Orange. How about
Mob Psycho?
how
You
about that
guys
show?
watched that? All right, Orange. Yeah, dude. All I gotta say to that is
One
the
thing
famous
I
Denny
do want to
Green
point
line.
out in the first impressions, I said it's really annoying how they're painting the show as if Naho is reading the letter one page at a time
Yep.
as the
one
events
page,
happen.
man.
Turns out she fucking was the entire time.
Yeah.
Was just reading like only the next page.
Yeah,
until
she was
that stuff
learning how to
happened.
read. She's still in school, dude. She's learning how to read. God,
Because
cut her
there's
some
points
slack.
later in the series where she looks at the letter that she's had for like 8 months and is like, "What, Nani?"
Yeah, then like later
Naughty.
when they reveal to her that they all got letters, and Sue was like, "Did you read the next part?" And she's like, "No, not yet." And it's like, the fuck, like read the fuck.
Like, you
They're all
had
just like slow jerking themselves to
8
the letter.
months to like deal with this. And of course, the arc got even worse, so everybody sees exactly what I was talking about. I saw it coming.
Dude, did
I
you see
saw it
like
coming
the little
from the first episode, man.
Did you see
Shit.
the little screen caps
No.
that I was posting? And
The fans can go back and see that I was the only one that said that the art had problems in the
Oh,
first
the art.
impressions.
I thought you said arc.
I
Art.
thought you said.
The
I
art.
thought you said fart.
Yes, the fart was
sword fart
terrible.
online.
Why
Good
can't it
one,
be
son.
both?
Assohana.
Art, more
the
like
art
fart.
just got
Assohana.
even less consistent.
Assohana. That
as the
sounds like a
series went on.
dojin, dude.
you
Someone
guys-
should make Assohana the dojin.
Did you
I'm
guys
sure
see
it exists.
the Did you guys see the screen caps I was posting in Discord of like certain parts? Like there was one part where Hagita's like face
Yeah.
was just like one
Yeah,
eye
I
was
tweeted
like
a bunch too.
okay, yeah, seriously, that art was terrible.
Yeah,
And-
they started out well in the first episode, and then they just kind
It
of
was
some
okay.
episodes they gave up.
I mean, I wasn't particularly.
I think the first. I mean, well, that's how it usually goes, though. Like the first episode usually has some of the best art in the show because they need people to
and
get
it
hooked
wasn't
in.
very good then.
Dude, their eyeballs though, they were like
E-
shiny.
Either way, I thought when they revealed the part where how they were sending the letters back, I thought that was stupid.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
I
Bermuda
feel
Triangle.
I had this conversation with somebody on Twitter. It's
Oh, that
like
was funny.
they just didn't need to do that.
Yeah, they didn't really need to
Because
explain
Nobody
it.
really cared how the letters got sent back. It just didn't
Right.
need to happen.
Yeah,
Because
I was
and
almost
anybody
a-
that really cared and needed an explanation, that explanation was not a good one. So it like doesn't solve that problem.
When I started watching it, I was kind of like, oh, I wonder how that they're gonna reveal that they did that. And then when I got to like episode 6 or 7, I was like, you know what? I honestly really don't care how they did it, and I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, that's
You
not.
know?
It doesn't matter.
Right. And then when they mentioned it, I was like, oh god.
It's that nature of like that's just something that had to happen for the story to be told the way it's being told.
I did like how
fine.
they. I did like how they did say this though, because this was something that was bugging me. But how Hagita was like, you know, even if we send the letters back, nothing is going to change here. It's just going to skew into a
Oh,
different
it's
timeline.
the beta timeline from
Well, first
Steins
he,
Gate.
first he
It's
pulled
the
the paradox
butterfly
thing of you
effect.
can't change the past because then it makes it so that you don't have to go and change the past, which then causes the past to not be changed, which means
Well,
that you have to go back and change the past.
It only works
It's
for
just like, that
Naho
doesn't
because
matter.
she has the reading Steiner. So
But once
Oh
again,
my
yeah,
God.
the nature of time travel is entirely irrelevant to the story that's being told.
well,
Right.
it's
It
pretty
just doesn't
relevant.
matter.
Yeah. I feel
Well,
like they all
anyways,
just got. They could have all just like got high and imagined themselves doing that. Same
Well, they-
thing.
Like in terms of the themes and stuff that the show is portraying, I think it did mostly a really good job, especially into the final episode, of just
Yeah.
dealing with that nature of like you wanting to kill yourself. Kind of,
It did an okay
may
job. I think it could have done
well,
better.
kind of hurts a lot of people, and that you may not have really thought about.
right.
Oh, I guess
there
yeah.
are- there-
Actually, yeah. I guess the
chances
theme is
are,
different from what I was thinking.
Even no matter how suicidal you are, and how terrible you think your life is, chances are somebody really cares about you.
Well, yeah, I think actually now that I think about it, that the main theme of the show wasn't dealing with suicide from the perspective of who the person who's depressed. Is from the perspective of the outside characters.
Yeah, which I think it did.
Which I was thinking
really
of it
well,
from the other
except
angle.
It just took too long.
Yeah, should have been shorter.
Like it could have just been a movie, because I know easy movie for me to compare it to, Colorful, which is also a movie that
Oh,
tackles
yeah.
the nature of suicide, and it's well encapsulated because it can move at an appropriate pace. Well, for the show, there's some stuff that just kind of like doesn't it takes too long to get to the important parts.
Right.
that really portray the message that it's trying to go for. And one thing that just kind of also annoyed me, just in the nature of the final like 3 episodes, the fight on New Year's doesn't get resolved for a month and a half.
Yeah, like what?
Until like the day of him wanting to kill himself.
Right.
What have you guys been doing all this time?
They've been talking and starring in tampon commercials.
Just
that's all they do.
Each other's gazes, I guess. Like,
All right, next show. It was okay.
Yeah,
it should have just been a movie.
Colorful.
Yes.
Yeah, Colorful is a good example.
Such a perfect story for a movie.
If you want another like example of a show that explores depression from the other angle, Hibine Renmei is like, I think it's one of the best anime ever made, but it's the other side of the equation. Sort of comparable to Orange, but not really. Little bit.
Okay.
If you liked Orange, you'll probably like Hibine Renmei.
Or Colorful.
Or Colorful, yes. Which I haven't seen.
I just want to get these out of the way real quick.
Yeah, do a quick. Let's do
I
the quick hit, the Saw Minute.
I didn't watch Kingsglaive yet. I didn't watch Digimon Adventure Try yet, but I will probably this weekend. So shut up. I did watch some of Final Fantasy 15 Brotherhood, which is right before the game, and Kingsglaive is like way before the game.
I heard not good things about it.
Yeah, I heard it was boring, is what I heard. And I kind of feel the same way. It was a little boring. But I didn't finish it. So
No, man, it's just hot dudes on a road trip.
that's pretty much what it is.
Isn't Advent Children like the only good one?
We can talk about that at a different time.
I haven't seen that show.
There's a lot to
No,
Advent Children.
Starship Troopers 4 is the best
Where's the Starship Troopers
Final
with
Fantasy
the titties?
movie.
Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
No, Starship Troopers 4 is the best Final Fantasy movie.
Yeah, The Spirits Within. Okay,
Well,
anyways.
Galaxy
I mean,
Quest is the best
Starship
Star
Troopers
Trek.
4
Anyways,
is
I
the
didn't
best
watch,
Final Fantasy movie.
There was a movie that just came out last week called Koi no Katachi that I couldn't find anywhere, but I really want to watch that one. I guess that's
Well, because it came out in theaters.
Yeah, it usually
You're-
takes a while to get on the
right.
websites that aren't Crunchyroll.
That's the Kill Annie one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a handout from the Kill Annie store for that movie actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gundam Unicorn. I watched a little bit. I'm gonna finish that. That's legit. But anyways, let's move on to we don't need to talk about
Mob Psycho. We gotta talk about
100.
that.
real
Bam.
quick, yeah.
Possibly one of the hypest shows of the season due to the
Also
fact
one of the
it's
best.
Same writer and studio as One Punch Man, which
The guy
obviously
named
killed
One.
it earlier in the
Careful
year.
on spoilerinos because I'm gonna watch this. I watched the first couple episodes.
Yeah,
and
let's not
I'm
spoil
not
it.
sure what you could really spoil
There's
with it.
yeah,
but
there's not a ton to spoil, but either way, let's not.
the show does kind of keep going, and you get all those badass moments. Of course, I always love like when the counter is ticking up and like an episode ends and it's like at 98 or something. You're like,
Oh
and then you have to wait
shit,
a week. But now that it's out, you don't have to wait a week. You can just immediately go to it.
dude! This show could be watched weekly. It could be watched marathon all the time. Like every time it came out, I just watched it that day. This was definitely one of my favorites of the season. I would
Yeah,
put
it's
it.
definitely the
number
easiest
2 or
to just
3
pick up
yeah.
and just be excited about.
It's a good
There-
for a
I've-
wide audience. Mostly,
I've heard Nick and some other people say that they liked it better than One Punch Man.
I liked it a little better. One Punch Man definitely didn't try to get all like feelsy. It didn't try to get deep at all or anything like that.
One Punch Man is like really
no, man.
straightforward.
Moomin Rider.
yeah,
Moomin
One
Rider's
Punch.
the real hero.
Moomin Rider, dude.
I mean, yeah, One Punch Man had like the big epic fights, and then whereas on the flip side, is Mob Psycho had like this. It kind of subverts the audience expectations, especially near the end, where they like it's not about the fights and it's not about being powerful. It's about like controlling your power and like being
A good
you know,
person.
good person, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the character Mob is just like fucking great. And then Reagan, the Reagan or whatever, Ronald Reagan,
Yeah.
his
Ronald
mentor. he is like he started out as kind of a shitty character, and then he slowly grew on you, and then especially toward the end, he just like became this awesome fucking character. That's like, if I made a 3x3 with guys, he might be on it. No homo, but
I did really like how Mob's whole position within the story is like he has these powers, but he never wants to rely on them. He wants to be able to accomplish things without just simply, magicking it. So it's like join the body improvement club.
Because he
work
got
out,
like
push yourself.
yeah,
he got like negative attention to it too, like when he was younger, when he did shit.
yeah. And I like
Yeah,
how
and
he
and he almost killed people when he
Yeah.
was
Yeah, he like respects his brother more than his brother like envies him, because his brother's like just like a regular dude who's like doing well without powers.
Right.
Yeah. Someone that just,
At least in the beginning.
gets shit done. Going back to the Shokugeki thing.
But then his brother's jealous. His brother wants what he doesn't have. He wants
Shokugeki. Because everybody wants to be a special little snowflake.
So I think before we end it here, we should talk about the best show of the season.
We still have a bit of time.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. I guess my clock is weird.
Yeah, we started early. Or your thing did.
Fucking...
Mob Psycho AOTS, almost.
Nobody watched Danganronpa 3, right?
No, but it looks a little bit interesting.
I did not.
It's just a long-running show.
I feel like, well, because it's weird because there's two shows and you watch them together.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah.
That's just dude, I don't want to do rocket science, man. I just want to click a button and like veg out, all right?
It's just dumb because they have the first two games and then this anime serves as the third part of those games. And it's like those games have anime adaptations. To be honest with you, just watch the first one. The first one's all you need. Anyways.
Yeah, moving on.
Berserk, 2016.
Oh, dude.
Berserk.
Anyone else?
No, man.
Let me just rant on it. It sucks. It's like, okay, Berserk is like...
Shit.
It's probably like either the worst or the best. Probably the worst 4 out of 10 on my list. And that's because it's just like everything they... Like, every like... decision they made in the show is just not good, but it's still Berserk, so somehow it's still like not the trashiest show. The directing is bad, the animation is really bad at times. Sometimes it's good, but it's like
that CG right there is so stupid.
Yeah, and the way they move the camera, it's just constantly panning and like circling around stuff is just. It's so annoying. It's nauseating. Yeah,
it's like
they never let scenes in that show sit. Like nothing ever gets a chance to breathe the way they try to direct it, and that's a bad show right there.
And you know what that's like, Nick? You know what that circling around that they're doing is they like want to show.
Well,
like,
yeah.
Look, it's all 3D and shit.
Look what we can do.
It's all CG. It's just like when you go to the movie theater and see a movie, like a 3D movie that they market
and they always
so
jump
hard
out
3D.
at you or something.
Yeah, it's like, oh, here's a guy playing with the ball in a cup and the ball is going towards you or something stupid.
Whoa, a Jack in the Box.
Oh, 3D.
And of course, the sound effects were equally as bad as the animation. The clangs. It's going to be probably a meme now, but and also on top of that, the characterization wasn't that good. Because, like, in Berserk, the best arc, I think, is the first one, is the Golden Age arc. And then after that, it kind of turns into, like... The manga is still actually very, very entertaining and very interesting. But even in the manga, like, the later arcs aren't as good as the Golden Age. That has all the best character development, all the best themes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it turns into like, a different style story. But
The first time I ever saw that kind of CG animation was when they did that Appleseed movie, and I'm like, I couldn't even, I didn't. The story was boring, first of all, but we're not going to get into that. Anyways, it was just annoying to watch. It was like,
it was
not cool looking. I was not impressed.
It was a poor choice. It's like on Indiana Jones when the guy chooses like the gilded cup, and then his fucking face melts off, and the guy's like, he chose poorly. That's what CG is like.
All right.
Anyways, move on.
I was pretty hyped when the season started for Love Live Sunshine. Like the first episode I really liked.
God.
I was at the premiere for it. Dropped it less than halfway through because it was just like not.
Ooh, that dub though, man. Don't you want to hear the dub?
Awesome sauce. No, I don't really don't. Oh my gosh, it's
oh my god.
I don't know. It's just nothing, especially compared to the first season, which was admittedly most of the characters are knockoffs of better Idolmaster characters. This one's even worse because knockoffs of knockoffs. So,
he knocked off the knocked off. He peed in the pee-pee.
Like it is exactly that Sunrise doesn't know what makes any of their shows popular. They just have not figured out how to anime.
I don't even know what that fucking means. Like, I don't think any studio knows. Like, they just try to make money. I mean, that's all that matters.
There's clearly some studios and directors and stuff that make content that's consistent, in quality and enjoyableness. But Sunrise just like they just throw shit out.
Yeah, dude,
And
they're
so,
making
you
money.
get-
They're making that paper.
Yeah, but I mean they don't know what makes good anime.
They don't need to. They know what makes good
They
money.
they just stumble into things.
Yeah, they got Gundam. Dude.
Anyway.
That's all they need. They got Gundam. They're set.
Anywho, I also didn't finish Prisma Illya, despite how much I love
What?
magical lesbians. I know.
What?
I've been busy, man. Europe threw off everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went to
Japan,
Europe.
Japan threw off
Yeah,
my
went to
everything.
Prague.
I was in Prague sipping mojitos and.
Hey, Max said
I
he
don't
wasn't gonna finish it. He finished it. He
I
finished
ate the
it. So.
goulash in Budapest.
goulash.
Hey, goulash is some good shit. Don't be hating.
I can't think of goulash without thinking of gush 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 gush.
Oh my god. Goosh goosh.
God.
Don't
Shut
Google
up.
that. Don't Google it.
We gotta talk about
We-
anime season.
New game.
New game.
Oh, new game. Shit, we gotta talk about that,
I was trying to
New
say
game's
that.
so
but then,
great.
yeah.
It's
dude.
just so
I'm glad
great.
I thought of it, guys. Let's talk about new game.
Shut up.
We've mentioned it a lot throughout the season, even in episodes not about the season. It's the moest show I think I've ever seen. Definitely of the year, and it is just it backs it up with interesting characters and interesting storyline. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a super involved.
It
like, there's
does what
nothing
Moe
at
is
stake,
supposed to
really.
do. Doga
Yeah.
Kobo, the studio who made it, they do a lot. They do a lot of slice of life sometimes. I always think of Silverlink. For some reason,
They
I
also
think it's
did
Silverlink.
Gekon
but-
Shoujo.
Also,
That's
guys,
probably their most well known.
Yeah, like
I
it
mean-
looks like they put a lot of their resources into this one because this show looks really good. Like they didn't cheap out on it. It doesn't look like
It's also
Anne Happy
sexy.
or any of that. Yeah, dude, it's like really well drawn, and they know the fan service that we want. We want high pitched girls who look like they're
okay.
super young, but they're actually like 25 years old.
Let it be known, episode 58 of Anime Summit Podcast, I was the only one who mentioned New Game. I was like, I'm excited for this one. This looks legit. And no one else said shit.
I
So
think
you're
I said something. I probably said
welcome.
something.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sam,
okay.
thank you.
Well, thanks for making the anime, Sam.
I did make it. I'm back.
Thanks for ensuring that the
man.
world knew about it.
Yep. I got you. Don't worry about it. New Game is great. New Game is
I like
great.
how on the subreddit, the anime subreddit, they changed like the title of the subreddit to "Go Watch New Game."
You know, my
So,
favorite
like-
part about it was when they like kind of showed like what the girls were working on. And
I
it
love
was,
hearing the
like-
mouse clicks.
Okay.
That was my favorite sound effect.
Those small
Like
details.
the program they were using, it looked like Maya or Autodesk.
What
And I
was
use-
Saya?
And I used it was Saya. I used
Those
Autodesk and
McDonald's.
Maya in school a lot, and I even use Autodesk now sometimes.
Autodesk is a company, not a program.
Autodesk Max is a program.
3ds Max. Autodesk is the company that makes Maya and 3ds Max.
You're a bitch. Anyways, so like when it showed it, I was kind of like, "Oh, sweet, that's cool." Like I know what that looks like. It looks cool to me. Like that was just a personal thing for me, and I really liked
I liked
the
Alba's friend.
characters.
Her friend, what's her name?
Nanechi.
Nene.
Nene. Oh my god, dude.
You would like the most annoying character.
She
I love the
was-
characters who are always like panicked. That's
That
the
doesn't
best
surprise me
archetype.
at all.
Oh my gosh. I hate her voice so much.
I love it. It's so high pitched. She's like, Alba. Ah! Oh my god,
What the
dude.
fuck? Dude, my favorite character is obviously Yagami Ko. Actually, no, I take that back.
I like
did
Alba,
the-
dude. Shit.
I did like the scene when Nene was playtesting and she found out that you could, in a specific way, peek up the
Dude,
skirt. And
yeah,
then they're
that's
like,
the best
"We
part
need
of
to
the
make sure
show."
all the panties
The
are
second-
properly modeled.
The second that happened in the episode, I'm like, bam, 7 out of 10. Fuck, I just like bumped it up.
No, like freaking the game's director, and she comes in, she's like, "No, those aren't bugs. That's like we need to keep those." And she's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
And then they had to go through and like change a bunch of models to make sure the panties look good.
Yeah, she's like the freaking. She's kind of like you can tell she's a lesbian because she's always hitting on everybody. In the
Well, no,
office.
she's got the deep voice. That's why.
Well, plus
dude.
she's got a fat ass cat.
She got a fat
The
kitty.
fat
Wait, the old
ass
lady?
kitty.
Oh, the old lady. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
her.
probably
director.
Yeah.
in reality she's probably like 26. She's like, I'm old.
Shizuku Hazuki is her name. A game director with strong
Incest.
strong interest in
Strong
cute girls.
ancestral relations.
Hence why her department is entirely female. That's like the description on Wikipedia.
You mean
Dude.
entirely
Nice,
inbred?
nice.
Incest? Incest is wincest?
Ancestral. Dude, yeah, she was the games director was my favorite character, even though she
Dude,
was
Nenechi's best, man. She eats all her popcorn before the movie starts. Like,
actually, I
how do
lied.
you
My
not
favorite
like
character
that?
is I lied. My
Okay.
favorite character is the cat.
So those
okay.
are
Way to
our
cop
thoughts on some shows. We
wait,
should
wait,
pick
wait.
our favorite shows of
Okay,
the
yeah.
season to like
let me
each
give
of
a
us
quick.
pick
Let
one
me give a
show.
quick like 30-second blurb on a couple of
Some
shows.
shitty shows that weren't
Yeah,
worth
some
talking
shitty
about.
shows that aren't really that great. All right, Taboo Tattoo, not that great. It's really weird because they have like decent character animation, but then the backgrounds they didn't even give a fuck. They like didn't even try, and then it had this weird mecha ending. Anyway, after that, Tales of Zestiria the X. It wasn't that great. It felt like a video game cutscene, and it was just not that interesting to look at, even though it was ufotable.
I heard it
Ufotable,
was
had good
better.
particle effects, and yeah, I mean, people are saying it's good. It got a 7.68 on Mal, which is decent rating, right? But it's like, I don't know.
I
If
heard
you
it
like
was
the
a better
game-
video game adaptation than other things. is what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying.
it's better than a lot of other things, but it's still not that good. I don't know. The characters feel very bland to me. But it does
Maybe-
have a dub. It does have a dub, which
Maybe they felt bland because you didn't play the game. I don't
well,
know.
dude, honestly, I think the show would be a lot better with a dub. But
I didn't play the game either.
dubs,
Oh, okay. Well,
dub Master Race, and that's
Dub
it. That's the only
Master Race.
ones I had to mention.
Okay,
Alright.
so what's everybody's favorite show of the season?
new game.
Oh, we gotta talk about Amanchu. Shit, I'm gonna say Amanchu because we haven't talked about it yet. Also, it's made by many of the same staff who made Aria, which is the best healing Iyashike show. Amanchu, it's about two girls. It's not a lesbian show. That's why people rated it low. They thought it was just lesbians, but
It should be.
they're maybe they can make dojins, but
Does
like
it at least Yuri bait?
not really. No, not like Hibiki euphonium baiting. They never get like close to kissing or anything.
Okay, that's really terrible.
It's like this really
You're doing a
like,
bad job of selling
heartwarming
this show
and
to us.
funny and relaxing show. If you like shows like that and slice of life, definitely watch Amanchu. It has a really good opening theme song, and they named the cat Arya, which is kind of funny because that's the name of the cat in Arya. So
I'm gonna
Amanchu,
say
AOTS.
new game just because I laughed every episode. Animation's great. Characters are great. The style is really bright and colorful, and
It's also
Nice.
very sexy.
Dude,
It's
I'm saying
also-
Mob Psycho though.
it's just enough fan service to not be like stupid. And I like it. It's really good.
The season was
recommend
really
anyone
top
watch it.
heavy.
Alba
think-
Best
I recommend
Grill.
anyone who just likes video games. Just
Alba
watch it.
Best Grill. Just saying.
What about you, Mac?
New game.
New game.
New game.
I'm picking Mob Psycho 100 because I can recommend it to more people than Amanchu. And we talked about Mob Psycho. I think it's a little bit better than One Punch Man. It has a lot more characters and psychological dynamics. And it's just a good fucking show. I love the way they use the animation. It's really experimental and fun. They use like the cube style where they like explosions of cubes come out. And then like
Yeah,
they sometimes purposely make things shitty. Like it's really funny. There's a couple scenes where like characters are purposely drawn really jagged and rough, and it looks terrible, but it's funny. And they know that.
No, that means the art's terrible, according to Nick in episode.
Yeah, I said it was
58
I
talking
said
about
it was
Luluco.
shitty, but it was good. Yeah, by the way, we should just like scour that episode off the internet. That was a terrible episode.
So my pick, Kimi no Nawa. Fuck me
Okay,
up.
come on. That's not a show.
No, Kimi no Nawa, best anime of the summer 2016 season. The world agrees.
Well,
Greatest
Mad
anime
Max, Fury
of all
Road.
time.
I watched it in the summer. I'm changing my answer to Mad Max Fury Road. Because I
That's
watched that
not
this summer.
an anime.
It's a summer anime. I watched it while I was watching anime.
You're a fucking idiot.
So, final thoughts.
I just want to say, guys, listeners, fans, next week we're doing Bakemono no Ko and Millennium Actress reviews. 2 movies. Millennium Actress is about 90 minutes. I think Bakemono no Ko's 2 hours. Check them out, man. They're great. Ones from like 2002 and one's from this year? Last year?
I think it was like
Bakemono
year
no-
2000.
Bakemono no Ko was from this year, wasn't it?
Yeah. So you got Mamoru Hosoda,
yeah.
Satoshi Kon, some of the best directors of anime, period.
Period.
So
Satoshi
especially
Kon is
Kon.
also up there as one of the best directors, period. Not even just anime, period.
any
Just
medium.
movies. Yeah. And we're going to be talking about those next week. So you should check those out so that you can better follow along and you won't have to be like, oh no, I can't hear the spoilers.
If you could only pick one, pick Millennium Actress. That's my recommendation.
Sam is going to shit himself with excitement when he sees that movie.
I probably will because I love anime films. I love anime films so much. I love films in general. So, any of our listeners, right fucking now, I'm throwing it down. I challenge anybody who listens to this podcast to a Shokugeki. I'm not even
really what you
fucking
were gonna
lying.
say?
Yes, that is literally what I'm saying. For the past 2 years, my depressed ass had to get up off this computer. So what I've been doing is learning dishes every fucking month, every fucking week, every fucking day. I know so many dishes. I know so many ways to make those dishes delicious. And anyone who beats me in a Shokugeki, I will buy you an Anime Summit shirt. I will buy it for you. Any color you want, any size. I will buy you 2 of them. One for you, one for your girlfriend, one for your mama. If
I
you beat
accept
me
your challenge.
in a Shokugeki.
How are we
I
going to
accept your
judge this,
challenge.
though? Are you guys
No,
going
they
to mail
gotta
us food? And
come
we're just
to-
going to taste
They
it?
have to go to Minnesota
They,
to compete.
I will, dude. I don't even care. We can figure it out. We can fucking figure it out.
Okay, make
There's
a
a couple-
YouTube video, YouTube Smell-O-Vision.
There's a couple fans in Minnesota that I've even hung out with. Aquanips is one of them. If he challenges me to a Shokugeki and beats me, I will buy him another shirt, even though he already bought one. I don't give a fuck. You come for me right fucking now. I'm coming for you. I challenge any one of our listeners or any of the 3 hosts. These fucking faggots, except for
Fucking
Nick and
try me.
Or except for Mac and Quokka. You guys are faggots.
I feel like now we should make a shirt that says Shokugeki me, bro.
And actually, we should cut that out. I shouldn't say faggot. Anyway, any of these hosts right here.
Why not? Who cares? It's fun.
Any of these bitches right here. You're all are bitches except for Mac and Quokka. You're all are bitches except for Mac and Quokka. I will buy you a shirt if you beat me in a Shokugeki.
But
I
only
don't
Mac
fucking
and
care.
Quokka, right?
All right, Sam. I challenge you to a contest of dry chicken.
And if I win, you gotta touch my butt.
Sam, I'm going to take you up on this.
Okay.
This winter, we're going to Shokugeki
This
Amuru
winter.
rice.
Seriously, I'm
Amaru
dead serious.
rice.
And I will
Yes,
I will vlog it.
I'm dead serious.
And I'll vlog it every time and put it on ASEX, Anime Summit Extra, for real.
That
I
A-sex,
got enough
though.
miles that I'll come Shokugeki you.
He'll sh-
I will
he
bear-
will
I will bare
Shokugeki
chest you.
He will Shokugeki
I will make you-
so
I will
hard.
make you bare chested.
I'll literally bare
We'll
chest
fly
you.
Mac up to judge.
Dude,
Mac,
I
Mac
will,
won't fly. Mac will drive Mad Max style with like
Yeah.
a fucking guitar flaming on his
sick.
on his new car that he got on his PT
His
Cruiser
PT
with a
Cruiser.
fucking flaming guitar. He'll be like bam down the road, and that's how he'll show up.
You heard that shit. I'll even tweeted it on Anime Summit. I changed anyone to Shokugeki right now.
Do it.
Okay. So on that bombshell, I've been Quokka. With me has been Mac, Nick, and Sam, and this has been the Anime Summit Podcast.
Said that's right.
Beer chest, you
I'm
man.
going to fuck the beer turkey, you cheeky dick waffle. Then proceed to toss salad and tongue
You
punch
fuck
the
right
fart
now.
box. Fuck me up, fam swig GD swidgety, I'm common for that booty.